My day started at 4 a.m. when Erin woke up from her night song. A midwife I met once described a baby's cry at night as their song. It may sound like a cry to others, but it goes straight through me like a familiar piece of music.
Routine as such is not necessarily true, as it should cover a sequence of actions regularly followed. However, I can say I intend to perform the following pattern as much as possible. My alarm goes off at 7:30. I get dressed, brush my teeth, and go for a short walk around the block.
I go to bed and hope not to wake up in the middle of a sleep cycle. I have a bad night's sleep as a result. Every morning feels different, but tries to imitate one another.
I hear my alarm clock click at 7, even if it's not set. It reminds me of the idea of getting up at that time in some ideal scenario. My stomach usually feels turned when I wake up, still protected by the textures and patterns of my bed, but feeling the past and anticipating the future.
It doesn't sound annoying to me. All I hear is her voice calling out to me. It wakes me up instantly. I am tired, but it doesn't feel hard to get up and go to her.
8:15, I'm back. I make a coffee and blend a juice containing whatever fruit or vegetable are available, but always consists of ginger.
I walk the triangle, bedroom, bathroom, bedroom, kitchen. Take the cold coffee maker off the stove and unscrew it. My movements are slow and my hands cold.
I set an atmosphere, using lights, candles, a freshly brewed coffee. Sometimes I crawl back in bed with it. The cortisol level is high in the morning, especially when living with a high level of anxiety. Caffeine supports anxiety, but the process of making a coffee comforts me.
She rubs her eyes, and I know this is the signal for sleep again. We go back upstairs and I put her in her cot. I then get back in my own bed and read for a bit until I feel sleepy again.
8:30, I'm at my computer analyzing sentences so they can be easily handled by artificial intelligence. I'm fidgety, move around, make another coffee, windows open, windows shut, need to pee. Have I washed my teeth yet?
Rinse the top container to rid it of coffee leftovers. Warm water. Warmth is good, but I hate having wet hands. Knock the coffee grounds out of the sieve, straight into the bin underneath the sink, then rinse. Warm water. I dry my hands, finally.
I do yoga every morning as if it was like brushing my teeth. I try other workouts too, but I get aggravated easily by certain repetitions. I rather make a narrative with my body.
I am reading Lord of the Rings again. The last time I read it, I was about 13. Through this last lockdown, I have been escaping to Middle-earth every evening before I go to sleep. I was surprised at how dark and scary it is, and I'd forgotten about how much song played a part in it.
It's midday. Let's carry on for another hour before taking the break. At 10 o'clock, I log off for my break, get out of the house, go to the shop or jump on my bike and visit the sea for half an hour. I always take my book with me, but never read.
Wash out the bottom container and fill to just underneath the valve. Cold water. Place the sieve on top, hold it in place, tip it over so a few drops of excess water drip off. Place the top and bottom halves on a kitchen towel to dry off.
The narrative continues under the shower. By that time, I usually start to feel my body with sparks of energy, followed by racing thoughts, some excitement. I make plans for the day, the week, and the space ahead of me.
Nearly every character sings a song, weaving in parts of their own history or the history of other characters into the story. Just as my eyelids are getting heavy. I feel the baby inside me give a great big kick in my ribs. It is awake and wriggling about.
Mesmerized by the sea, as I see it for the first time. 1:40 p.m. Back home, quick lunch prepared. At 2 I'm back at my desk with a plate of food. A wave of deep focus, then background music, singing along. Same playlist over almost every day. Sometimes I dance to it. 5:30, I sign off, quick dinner, and I'm out of the door on my bike before the curfew begins at 10 p.m.
Grinding coffee beans is like trying to promise myself that I will be productive today, that I'll go the extra mile. There's a ready ground bag of coffee for when I feel sorry for myself, cutting myself some slack. The round teaspoon for the coffee grounds. I'm not sure of its actual purpose. It's kind of like a tiny soup spoon.
My speakers beep. I select a radio show. Sometimes I dance while getting ready. The sound layer of my routine.
I think a fluttering hand is moving down near my right hip. I eventually fall asleep.
I go to see some friends or visit some galleries, do some shopping if needed. By 9-10 p.m. I'm back. Let's decide on the rest of the evening. I cook something for tomorrow, then make line-up prints or write down some scribbling thoughts. Candles lit, let's do some yoga. I follow a video on YouTube and normally realize it halfway through that I prefer following my body's needs. So I turn the video off and do it my way.
Fill sieve, swipe along the edges with one finger to remove stray coffee grounds, screw on the top part. The coffee maker goes onto the smallest hob on the front right of the gas stove. Light the flame, turn it down so it does not crawl up the sides of the pot and melt the handle. Wait. Wait and don't forget about it.
Every day is different. I work in patches, build up the ticks for my list and tabs. I always tick and cross out, never just one.
Tinky Winky, Dipsy, La La, Po, Teletubbies, say hello, uh-oh.
Shower, pajamas, different ones every day, adjusted to the temperature and my current mood. In bed with a book, reading some paragraphs, thinking about it, related to my life, perhaps write it down.
Open the lid. On a good day, exactly when the coffee drops start frothing out. It bubbles up with the empty promise of having positively influenced the day. I guess that's a form of superstition. Breakfast superstition, maybe.
At different times of the day, I go walking. It brings my thoughts up to speed or slows them down. I can't predict which pace is occurring when. You have to trust in the process of walking, catching the thoughts.
I hear James laugh and Erin's passionate singing floating through from her room.
I think to myself how much I want to write a book. I think about it every night, yet I haven't done it yet. Back to reading, more thoughts, more notes. Time for a bit of scrolling through Instagram, watching telly, or go straight to sleep.
Watch the stream of coffee, but then worry about the heat loss and close the lid immediately. Once it's growling loudly, turn off the gas, move the coffee maker to a cold hob, and wait for 20 more seconds. Fewer seconds probably means that I'm too lethargic to follow protocols. More seconds probably means that I'm too lethargic to follow protocols.
At night, again, I use lights, candles, and instead of coffee, I use voices.
It's 8:15 and we're awake.
I blow out the candles and doze off. A wind of intense dreams visit me in my sleep until my alarm goes off again at 7:30 a.m. Today, I blow out the candles and doze off. A wind of intense dreams visit me in my sleep until my alarm goes off again at 7:30 a.m. Today, I may skip the morning walk.
20 seconds counted are a promise of an efficient day, I hope.
I remember my childhood bedroom, the door slightly open with light from the living room coming up, the soothing sound of my parents watching TV and being awake while I safely drift to sleep.